start with our interception packet, which is our Android traffic analysis. Okay, and we can talk about over here interception. So how are we gonna do the interception part? We can try the burp suite proxy over here. The burp suite proxy will use to simply analyze the traffic between the client, which is our device, and the internet. So over here, you can see these are the special softwares instead of the help to see network interaction in the following HTTP and HTTPS packets through request and response. So this is the important part. Why? Because our main objective is to simply get the traffic analysis between the two nodes with the help of proxy server. That would be our burp suite. So over here, while monitoring the insecure HTTP traffic is very easy. Working with HTTPS requires some additional actions. So we have to simply identify the HTTPS packets over here to identify our interception part. So over here, we're going to use burp suite and our mobile device. That would be our Genymotion over here. So our major objective over here, this one is to simply get access of the HTTPS part. So over here, we can see. So let's have a look what we're going to do over here. I have simply identified the step-by-steps. What are the table of contents over here? We're going to start. So the first approach will be to monitor the mobile application traffics, set up your own workflow, how to install a certificate on the Android, and we can see the iOS also is given over there. Working with the proxy, optimize your workflow with the traffic sniffer. When one proxy is not enough. So over here we can see that approach for analyzing the mobile traffic that they are using simply a console, that is your IDE console output. So IDE is also used for your traffic analyzing part. So as you mobile application developer want monitor tools they have developing their network interaction, the most common answer is IDE console output. Which provide all the necessary information you offer you. You can even be used for QAs. So they have given one by one all the possibilities over here. So our major objective, you can see over here that through the burp suite we can analyze the packets and the flow of the internet in the backend process. So you can see over here they are using proxy HTTP history where we can simply get all the transformations or the traffic flows, or you can say you get the traffic analysis is convenient and reliable format. So that could be help in different parts. So there are lots of other things can happen. So what we're gonna do over here, we're gonna set up our workflow. That would be our burp suite. There are several ways known applications for HTTPS and HTTP. Fiddler, Charles Proxy, TCP Catcher, burp suite. So we're gonna use this burp suite over here. So our major objective will be to simply install the services. So I have mentioned that our mobile device is over here, and we're gonna use our Kali Linux, and we're gonna use our burp suite to intercept the packet flow. So you can see download burp suite. It is Java
ये चीज तो
application.
हम वायरशार्क के साथ भी कर सकते हैं.
Wireshark through we can only do it in the Linux server, not in the mobile application.
Okay, sir.
So it's given one by one all the steps over here. So you need to install Java on your computers in case you haven't installed it already. Go to the proxy manual. Proxy, go to the options, you will see a list of proxy listener on the already set by default. Select that, click edit, and you will see like this. Select a port which is to be with the proxy. I use port 8200, but you can leave 8080. Change the address of your IP address. Change the address of your IP address means when you are using Firefox, when you do your proxy server, you have to go to the edit part. or the add part. So over here you can simply assign a port number that would be 8200, or you can simply specify the IP address. So I'm going to use an IP address which is my Kali IP address, which will be now 192.168.0.110. Hmm? We don't have to simply redirect the client request or the certificate or the protocols. So we're going to use this one. So I'm going to use 192.168.0.110.8200, and we're going to regenerate a CS certificate. So if anyone is simply visiting this specific IP address, the certificate will be installed on the server. See this one. Just select a proxy port, change the IP address. The IP address would be your server, which we're gonna monitor the traffics. Then select OK. You will see something like this on the screen with pre-host certificate. So you can also see over here there's a pre-host given. So let's take a deep look at in the how to set up in iOS also. So they have given iOS, go to the settings, Wi-Fi, long press and connect it with the Wi-Fi, modify your mobile network, change the proxy to manual and enter the computer IP address into the proxy host name, fill with the port number where your mobile traffic sniffing is running into, and proxy port. See this one. So over here, what you have to do, just like this one, you have to go to your Wi-Fi address, long press, modify network. So what we're gonna do over here, we're gonna write manually, proxy manual. So what we're gonna do over here, we're gonna write our host proxy name, and that would be our host proxy is the making a proper connection, and that would be our Kali Linux IP address, which is 110. If you check over here, so it's 110 IP address. So 192.168.110, and the port number that we have assigned is 8200. IP settings, DSCP, bypass proxy, example.com, mycomputer.txt. So you can see a proper thing. So all you have to do is save. Nothing will be happen. Your internet will work. But it's going to say there is a problem with the security certificate for the site. Continue. Why this is happening? Because we didn't provide a CS certification over there. So let's have a look. How to set up a proxy on iOS. They have given one by one. All you have to do the same thing: server and the port number, authentication, notification part. Change the buffer server settings. Support invisible proxying enable indeed. Generate CA signed per host certificate. So you have to do this one also. So when you are installing a CA certificate over there, change the buffer certificate according to this one. So what we're gonna do over here, support visible proxying enable only updated. Generate C certificate for the client host. Install CS certificate on the device. This is the most important thing. The CS certificate that we install on our proxy server to communicate with HTTPS websites. Open a browser on your device, go to the http://cert.burp, and the certificate will be installed and downloaded. Rename the certificate with that will be your cscert.crt, but you have to do CER. You have to change that specific part. So in my mobile device, we have to go to visit the server IP address. Either you can go http dot or you can go to the server. You can see the certificate which is over here. The certificate has been downloaded. See this one. Now the major objective is to change that certificate value. So it was on downloads, long press, rename this one, and you have to simply change CER, cert.cer according to that. So any of the name with the .cer, open the certificate to install. Now it's time to install the certificate on the server side. So let's have a look. Couldn't install because the certificate could not be read. What? Couldn't install the certificate, the file could not be read. Something had to be changed or something happened. .cer. Hmm. Couldn't install the certificate file, could not be read it. So let's remove this one again. So let's go to the file manager, downloads. Okay, see over here, it has read and write permission, not the execution permission. Okay, so we have to change the permission over here also. So sorry. So we have to give the permission. So you can see over here, read, write, and execution permission. So let's have a execution permission. Properties. Okay, so owner is root, group is this one. So why I'm not able to select this? Compute checksum. Okay, so let's have a look on the accessibility. Let's go to the security install. Okay, trusted set installs certificate on SD card. Let's have a look.
सर एक बार एक्सटेंशन चेंज करने के बाद आप सेटिंग्स इंस्टॉल करिए।
एक मिनट, मैं इसको एक बार देखता हूँ फिर मैं करता हूँ। Bob, yes, please have a pen. Yeah, now it's done. Network may be monitored. Yes, it's done. Port swagger. This one is done. So now we can try to intercept the packet or we can read the packet over here. So let's try it. Google.com. Yes. See. Now we can see all the packets over here. Let me check if I can simply run YouTube. We just need to intercept the packet request over here. Yes. So a major objective would be to check the packets over here. And yeah, we can simply access the kernel files over here. Great. So we can simply access any of the files on the source side. Now it means that we have properly set our browser. So it means we can intercept any of the application's transaction over here. So this is not the function that we're going to use over here. Whatever the things we gonna intercept, it's gonna make a history or a traffic or a network part over there. Whatever the application we are using. Is it clear, Yashashvi? So we can see that we can run any of the packets over here. So that will be intercept with the help of Burp Suite. And interception of traffic analysis, which used in various techniques. See, the most important thing is to analyze the traffics. Open the browser on your device and go to the verbs. They have given step by steps all the procedures. Working with the proxy is important because the interception part. In the burp suite proxy interception, turn interception on. Open a browser on the device. Go to Google. If you can intercept the request, it's a big deal. Request validation, response validation, long script failed. That we already have done with the burp suite over here. In scope, out scope. It's a normal thing which can be used for the things. You can see I have given some website over here, like this one. How to debug HTTPS traffic for Android apps for Burp Suite. A proper step-by-steps has been given over here. which can help us in a very polite later part. All you have to do is to change the name, the Wi-Fi, the certificate name that you want to do, and the interception part. The major agenda of this one is to simply check the possibilities over there. So let's do one thing. Let's try the interception part. First of all, remember that the interception was on. That's why it stopped. Now let's try www.craw.in. You can see the packet has been hold over there, and the packet has been intercepted over here. Forward the packet, you will see the data which is over here. Most of the mobile applications you have to check over here the interception part. And the network has been monitored. You will see this one because this is a testing site. That's why. So if you simply share some data over here, that can be also be translated one by one to simply check the interception part.